With the extremely contagious Omicron variant circulating, we're seeing more cases of COVID-19 among people who've gotten their vaccines.
Yeah, however, doctors say that the shots are still doing their job. CBS 17's Maggie Newland spoke with one doctor who can say that from personal experience.
As Chief Medical Officer for Johnston Health, Dr. Rodney McCaskill has spent a lot of time around COVID patients. He's managed to avoid infection for nearly 2 years. But when he was home for the holidays, the virus found its way to his family.
My son came in for the holidays and drove all night from Florida, didn't know he was sick. Probably about 3 or 4 days after he developed some symptoms, and I got just a really dry throat for a couple days, and then for maybe 3 hours, I felt a little achy in my joints.
At first, he thought it was a cold.
I guess I just was in denial. I didn't think it would be COVID. I felt really well.
But the test came back positive, and the virus had already spread.
Definitely can see a big difference in the vaccinated family members versus the unvaccinated.
Dr. McCaskill, who's vaccinated and boosted, says COVID really didn't interrupt his life, except for keeping him home.
I was able to do yard work and painting.
His son, who initially got sick, was vaccinated early last year, but didn't get a booster.
He had 2 or 3 days of fever, chills, and just no energy. I have another son that I had tried to talk into getting the vaccine. He never did get the vaccine, and he got a pretty bad case. High fevers, almost bedridden for 3 or 4 days, and bad cough.
He says his youngest children had pretty high fevers for a few days, but have fully recovered. Despite getting infected, Dr. McCaskill says his vaccines and booster did their jobs.
Many people think if you get a vaccine, you're not going to get the illness at all, but that's not really how it works. The promise with this vaccine is that the majority of people won't end up in the hospital. It's not that you won't get symptoms at all.
And he's urging everyone to go ahead and get a vaccine and a booster just as soon as you're eligible. Maggie Newland, CBS 17 News.
Maggie, thank you.